Hello guys, I have a fun video today and it is ideas for future Walking Dead specials. Now we've already had the free comic book day special which had the Michonne, Governor, Morgan and Tyrese special in it. And this is the only way to read the Morgan special because he never got his own standalone release. Well, he is in issue 34. We have the Michonne special, the Governor special, of course, which takes place in the middle of the Road to Woodbury novel. We have the Tyrese special, and then one of the more recent ones we have gotten the Alien, which is about Rick's brother, which is a damn good comic, so I would recommend reading this. Then we also got Here's Negan, detailing Negan's backstory. By the way, I should let you know this video will contain spoilers, so head off now. Okay, so let's start up. First, we have an Ezekiel backstory. I think an Ezekiel backstory would have a lot of promise. I think it would do very well. I think it'd be cool to have kind of like the beginning before the apocalypse, seeing Shiva as a cub, seeing Ezekiel as a zookeeper, saving her as he said he did in the in one of the issues. I think it was issue 110. So yeah, I think it'd be cool seeing him find the kingdom, start it up, and even running into Negan. I think that would be cool, because it'd be like a continuation of Here's Negan as well, and maybe even showing how he met Jesus. Speaking of Jesus, the next story is, well, a backstory on Jesus. Jesus is one of the most mysterious characters in the Walking Dead franchise, as we don't know what's going on. So yeah, a Jesus backstory I think would be really cool, seeing how he is a very mysterious character. I think knowing his backstory, him finding the hilltop, him running into Negan, I think it'd be cool if we get a backstory on the kingdom and hilltop along with the sanctuary, because then we could find out more about Negan's backstory, like, you know, him finding the sanctuary himself and him, you know, extorting from the communities before he met Rick. So in other ways, it can also be considered a Here's Negan sequel. Just, you know, more about different characters, kind of like how the Road to Woodbury more focused upon Lily than Rise of the Governor, which focused upon Brian Blake, or as he likes to refer to himself as Philip Blake, or the Governor. So yeah, an idea for it, a fan called it Praise Jesus. I have an idea for the King Ezekiel one, and that's All Hail the King. Next up is a Shane and Laurie, how they got to Atlanta. We could see the start of the Atlanta camp. I think that'd be pretty cool. Robert Kirkman actually did say in a letter hacks that at some point he was planning a volume 0 detailing Shane and Laurie's story and how they got to Atlanta. I think that would be absolutely awesome. I think, you know, it would give more depth to the character of Shane, because, you know, of course the big thing about Shane in the comic book is they didn't do much with him, a lot of fans felt like. So this is your chance to remedy that, if you will, and I think it would make a very good story. Next up is the backstory on Alexandria. Now, all we know is bits and pieces. We knew that Douglas was the previous leader before Rick, you know, took over. We even see Douglas, and we even see how he dies. Now, interesting stuff has happened with Alexandria before Rick got there. We knew that there was a person called Alexander Davidson who was actually a leader before Douglas, and he was not a good man. Now, Robert Kirkman has confirmed that character is dead and we will never see him come up. However, a backstory detailing his reign of power would be pretty cool, and it would be nice seeing certain characters like Tobin, Bruce, Heath, Aaron, Eric show up at Alexandria and how they fit in. Okay, the Commonwealth backstory. I think it's too early to get a backstory on the Commonwealth. We don't know if they're going to reveal a lot of it in the comic book, although I think there's just so much material that it would fill a novel, like The Rise of the Governor and those novels. Same with the Whisperers. I think the Whisperers could take up an entire novel if they want to, a two-part novel, one, you know, detailing up until they first really became the Whisperers, and then the next novel showing what they were like after they became the Whisperers. I just think it'd be cool, and Skybound has that books division they've opened up, so I think it'd be cool to release that. Anyway, here's Buttons the horse. Now you may say, Buttons the horse, really? Why would we want one on him? He's a character that is unknown, fans want to know what happened to him, and the story of how he left is very interesting, knowing that he was stolen by a woman that was told to, well, described as crying a lot. There is a fan theory that that was Alpha, and the only reason Aaron and Eric never recognized Alpha was because they never actually have interaction with her. Eric dies before the Whispers are introduced, and Aaron only ever interacts with Beta. He never sees Alpha, so it's quite possible Buttons was taken by Alpha. It's a cool theory, and one you should look up. It's pretty cool. Next up, if you don't know who this woman is, this is involving The Walking Dead, the alien. This is a comic book that you can get digitally only, unfortunately. I would get it if it was physical, because I love physical copies, but the artist Brian K. Vaughan and Marcus Martin, I think that's his name, the artist, they released this online. You can get it for free if you want. You can pay how much you want. You can pay $2.99, $3.99, whatever you feel. They say, it's on their official website. You can get it for officially any price you want. But yeah, Robert Kirkman has said that he doesn't mind if Brian K. Vaughan does more Alien issues. So really, we only have to worry about if Brian K. Vaughan has the time and Marcus Martin. Hopefully they'll continue the series. Robert Kirkman has also hinted that Claudia could appear in the comic book, but I would like to see more of her story because she was a pretty cool character. Next up is a storyline featuring two characters from Rise of the Governor, Tara and April Chalmers. I think that's her name. Tara was basically used in the TV show, and Lily was an amalgamation of Lily Cole from the novels and comic book, and April Chalmers from the Rise of the Governor novel. Anyway, we don't know their statuses, so it would be cool to get like a little storyline showing what happens to those characters and, wrapping up that loose end that was left all the way back in Rise of the Governor. Especially seeing how this series is finished, it would be cool to get a finality on some of the characters. Next up is one focused on Telltale characters. Now, we might not see every aspect of the game get wrapped up in the fourth and final season, so if certain characters, we don't know what happened to them, if we still don't know what happened to them by the end of season 4, I think it'd be cool to have a comic book spin-off focused upon someone like Lily, what happened after she left the group or got kicked from it. Another idea would, what did Molly do in Savannah? At some point, she must have, she already said she picked that place clean. Did she move on from there? Did she get killed in Savannah? What happened? I think it'd be really cool to know about her and more of her backstory, as originally her backstory was more, like there was more about her backstory in the original version of the game, with knowing about her father and stuff, which in the final game we only know about her sister. And then of course, another character is Krista. Now, I'm hoping all three of these characters get finality in the game, but if they don't, I think a novel would be great to show what the fuck happened to them, because Krista, Molly, and Lily are three badass characters that really deserve closure, and yeah, maybe even if some of the comic was detailing Clem and Krista together, that way you can kind of see Clem in the comics. So yeah. Anyway, that was my list of possible ideas for future Walking Dead one-shots or stuff, specials. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any ideas, please leave them in the comments below. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you want to. And yeah, I should be back with more videos soon. Take care, guys. Goodbye.